Alright, let's not beat around the bush and let's get straight to the point. The Sniper. A range support class used to take out players with high damage shots or perform decent crowd control support. He can also use a bow and arrow to be in a more offensive role or throw piss at someone for a more supportive playstyle. Either way, this particular class is suited for people who are accustomed from long to mid-range engagements. Of course, this can be a blessing or a curse depending on the context or the skill of the sniper. Or both. He can either break standoffs or deadlocks if he's pretty good, or he can be a waste of a player slot that keeps on hogging the kill feed. That's not the way you want it to. Point being, if there's a sniper in the match, he's either going to be really good or really bad. And I'm here to give you tips and common knowledge on how to be a decent sniper. Let's begin. A good step on being a decent sniper, especially if you're playing Duck Hunt with a soldier, is to learn how not to get yourself killed by anyone, especially spies. Try to be as mobile or agile as possible when moving to a spot, and choose areas with very good sightlines and choke points. If your spot's getting heated, you've got two options, fight or flight. Fight if you're confident in dueling with your opponent, or take flight if the guy before your eyes has a better chance of taking you down. Hit surfing will be a good skill to have here, but do watch your HP as you're in the same health bracket as the scout. Another good advice is to put visual obstructions between you and your target, like bushes or tall grass sprouts. But make sure you've got yourself a good sightline and game sense to effectively use this. Interesting thing to note is that in some maps, like Badlands for instance, there are certain angles that you can shoot from without worrying about counter snipes. I call one of these spots as the Widowmaker zone, because pulling up a shot at that specific angle reminds me of a certain seductive Frenchie. No, not that Frenchie. That Frenchie. Finally, eyes and ears wide open. This is not a surprise, but it is an important factor in dealing with spies and soldiers. This is most effective against cloaked/disguised spies when you've confined yourself in a small corner with a clear bottleneck sightline. As for soldiers, especially the rocket jumping variety, you will have to keep your wits about you and see how that duck flies. Try to screw up his trajectory by just hitting him just before he descends. This will get him off track, and if you're lucky, gravity will do all the work for you. Any sniper worth his piss would tell you to aim for the head and shoot to kill, and it is always the case. But be mindful of the 9 classes that you're trying to take the head off. Each of these classes have a specific health pool, and you need to know how many shots you need to take them out. Typically, there are 5 classes that you can pick off with a quick headshot or a fully charged body shot. That's the Scout, the Engineer, Medic, Sniper, and Spy. Then, there's the last 4, which needs more than 2 non-charged or a partially to fully charged headshot to finish them off. That is the Soldier, the Demoman, the Pyro, and the Heavy, which requires 1 fully charged headshot to take down completely. There's also the matter of when and where you shot him. Of course, the rule of thumb is always go for the head. But don't be a head-hunting snob and shoot him in the dick if you have to. As long as you kill him, you'll be fine. If the guy you killed complains about it, just remember that you're still out there killing some other bloke while he's stuck in limbo for a couple of seconds. This specific topic is purely subjective. No matter what, headshots will deal the most damage than body shots. So if you can blow a good amount of heads in a single sitting, then more power to you, dude. I go for body shots more often than headshots, only settling for the domes if I think I can take it. I suppose it's all in the reflexes and how fast you can snap to someone's head and clip it off the shoulders. If you're not that good in the speed/react department, then it's best you wait for 3 or so seconds. Then take that fully charged body shot to some poor sod. This can either make or break you when you're playing this class. You will definitely enjoy pinching some guy's noggin, especially if you're in a kill streak, more so with the Bizarre Bargain or the Huntsman. But be prepared to die. A lot. You'll definitely feel the salt coursing through your veins when the other team dominates the living Australia out of you. You do have a choice to make here. prove them wrong and get revenge, brush it off, or adapt to choose another loadout or class. Being reckless isn't the same as being aggressive, especially when playing sniper. Otherwise, you won't get anywhere with stress and anger. I've played tons of matches where I died and get taunted by other players who were just better than me at the time. And of course, I would try to take them off their high horses. Sometimes they succeed, sometimes they fail. But at the end of the day, it's just a game and it's not something you should take to heart when playing. We all know who this guy is. Don't be this guy.
Why you bullying
You're
me?
gonna regret it when you get older. No matter how many points you get from kills and brag about it, you will always be ridiculed because of your attitude and your super serious sass. You are playing a game where badassery is defined by an Australian that kills endangered animals for sport. If you're not fazed by the people who comment about that, then you do you, pal. You're living the dream. All in all, there's tons of things you can learn aside from the noteworthy points that I made. For instance, pulling out your melee weapon and coming at your enemy like a mad lad can be a good idea, but understand the risks on doing things the way you do. Once you get it, you won't be as tilted as you think you'll be. Like Grandpappy Blisk used to say, they kill you, they're better. You kill them, you're better. In the next video, I'll be discussing Mr. Mundy's primary weapons, how they work, and how to use them effectively. Until then, cheerio.